another book haul, and this is a big one. I think I have 24 books. And so let's get started. I have the first book, You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. And this follows Naomi and Nicholas, and they're engaged to be married, but they both want out of the engagement. They don't want to marry each other. They're sick of each other. But there's a catch. They have to, whoever ends the engagement has to pay for everything. And so they have a battle of pranks to get each other to end the engagement. And this is You Deserve Each Other. So this follows, first of all, the title is If He Had Been With Me, a novel by Laura Nolan. Look what a beautiful cover. So apparently it's narrated by one of the characters, and they're about to disclose something that happened to Finn was driving on a rainy day with Sylvie, and apparently they were arguing. And then I guess they had an accident. One of them dies. I'm not sure. And that's why it's called If He Had Been With Me. So this person, the narrator, is actually telling what happened, why they had the accident, why they were arguing. So that's this book. I love the cover. So this is Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre, and I think this is the second book of a series, and it's double POV, and it's retold by, let's see, points of view by Becca's point of view and Eli's point of view. And she says the only man she ever wanted is the one out of her reach. And then he says, and the only woman I've ever seen is the one that I resent. So this is Beneath the Stands. The first book is Beneath the Stars, I think. So this is the next book. It's a love letter to whiskey, and this is part of the special edition anniversary. Celebrate 5 years of Sweet Nancy Payne with the special edition of A Love Letter to Whiskey. And this collection includes a foreword from the author, a love letter to whiskey, love whiskey, bonus content, special edition cover. And then it says, I saw him first, but it didn't matter because he saw her. He was my best friend and I was his. We couldn't be together, but we couldn't stand to be apart. Sounds very forbidden love, intriguing. So this is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. And this is the anniversary. So this next book is By a Thread by Lucy Score. And this has two POVs, Dominic's and Allie's. And I guess Allie is hired by Dominic's mom, who's the CEO of the company. I think it's a magazine company. And apparently he doesn't like her, or he likes her, or he can't make up his mind, and he tries to get her fired. So that's all I know about this. By Lucy Score. By a Thread is the title. Then we have Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. This is a separate series, and people say that maybe to read this first and then Six of Crows, but that it doesn't matter. So this is another book. It's highly talked about, 5-star book. So that's why I decided, don't mind my dog, to read this. So this is Shadow and Bone. So the next book is Six of Crows by Leah Bardi. And this follows Cass Brecker. Apparently he's hired to accomplish a heist, and then he can't do it alone. So I don't know why if it's called Six of Crows, because he does it with him and 5 other people. I don't know. But this is the first book, and then comes Crooked Kingdom. Okay. And these are fantasy books. if I'm not mistaken. So I've heard a lot of things about these two, so that's why I'm gonna read them. So this is the next book, and it's The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. Nice cover. So this is a romance, and October vibes, right? Witches. She's apparently orphaned, but she grew up sort of like a loner, what I get from the synopsis. And apparently somebody contacts her to like train these other witches and show them how to do whatever they witches do. So that is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It gives me sort of like a Bewitched vibe. Next we have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Okay, and this is the cover and the back. And this, I don't know, all I know about this book is what I've heard other booktubers talk about it. Apparently it's a very toxic relationship between two people, and I guess they don't treat each other right. It's very toxic, and there's trigger warnings in this book. And this is the first book, so I'm gonna read it to see if I like it, and I'll give you my opinion. So that is Magnolia Parks. Okay, so then we have My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfi, and this is a contemporary fiction novel. And so it follows the narrator, which is a young, pretty Columbia graduate and works in an easy job at a gallery, lives in Manhattan, but there's a hole in her heart. And it isn't just the loss of her parents. And it's the year 2000 in a city, a glitter of wealth and possibility. What could be so terribly wrong? So we have The Personal Librarian by Marie Benedict Victoria Christopher Murray, and this is a historical fiction novel, and it follows Belle, who is sought out by the high society for her impeccable taste in books and art, but she's hiding a secret, which is that she's African American. So that's why in that time that was not allowed, or they weren't seen as equal. So that's what this is about. Very intriguing. So I'm going to read this. The Personal Librarian. So this is Sometimes I Lie, Alice Feeney. This is the cover. And this follows Amber. Amber is hospitalized. She was in a car accident, or an accident, and she's sort of like in a coma or something. She could hear everyone, but she can't talk or move, and she's trying to figure out, like, her husband, did her husband do something to her, and her sister, was there something going on between them? So that's what this is about. It's a mystery thriller. Sounds very intriguing, and I can't wait to read this one by Alice Feeney. Sometimes I Lie. So this is a mystery thriller. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. So it's apparently about 6 friends. They go to college. One of them doesn't leave. They're murdered. I think her name is Heather. Is murdered. And so Jessica Miller returns to wherever they're going, and these 6 friends meet again. But then she still has vivid memories of what happened, and let's see if they find out who murdered Heather. So this is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. Okay, so the next book is Bad Girl Reputation by Elle Kennedy, and this follows Genevieve and Evan. Genevieve goes back to her hometown because her mom has passed away, so she goes back to town to help her dad run the business, and there she finds her ex. Her ex is let me see, her ex Evan, I think it is Evan, yeah. So there she finds Evan, and but Genevieve's plan is to get her father settled with the business and then run out of there, because she doesn't want to go back with Evan, because apparently he had like a bad reputation, but he tries to prove to her that he's changed, and that's bad girl reputation. I think that's what the gist of it is. Though I don't know why it's called bad girl reputation. Maybe they both have a bad reputation. I think that's what it is. So this is like a second chance romance. Bad Girl Reputation by L. Kennedy. So this one is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. And this follows Amelia Ray. She's a pop star, celebrity, and she decides one day she needs a break, so she goes off somewhere in, I think, is it Rome? Rome, Kentucky, that is. Rome, Kentucky. So it's not really Rome. And there she meets Noah. Noah Walker runs this pie shop that his grandmother left him, and he says he doesn't have drama for this celebrity status person, but then he rents her a guest room, and I guess they get into each other, they fall in love or something like that, but then he knows that she has to go back to her glamorous life. So this is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. So the last couple of books I have are Colleen Hoover books. I've read a couple of her books and I love her. She's like my favorite author. And one of the books I read a while ago was Verity, and this is the special edition, collector's edition. In the back, there's Miss Colleen Hoover. And this one has a bonus chapter, so that's what I'm going to read, just the bonus chapter. And then I have this series that's from her, Land, This Girl, and Point of No Retreat. Okay. And one of her recent books, Maybe Now, with the new cover. And that's it. That's my book haul for now. All the Colleen Hoover books, I want to do a special vlog just dedicated to her. That's why I never read her books, put them in the monthly book reads, because I want something special for her books, since she's my favorite author. And I think there's 24 books here, and that completes my book haul. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like the channel.